Now I want to call on the productive class of South Africa to revolt. This is a message to South African entrepreneurs, business people, to every South African who wakes up, shows up, builds, hires, pays tax, and keeps this country breathing and running. This is for you, because right now, the productive class is under siege. And if we stay silent, we become complicit. The question is no longer whether we can afford to speak up, it's whether we can survive if we don't. So let me start with some cold facts. Fewer than 7 million individual taxpayers out of a population of over 60 million carry the revenue burden of this country. And these numbers are from SARS. Just 1% of South Africans pay over 60% of personal income tax. I'm one of them. 0.5% of registered companies pay over 90% of corporate tax. You, the business owner, the freelancer, the builder, the doer, you're funding everything. Schools, salaries, SOEs, corruption. And in return, what does the ANC give you? Blackouts, crime, collapsing infrastructure, and a government that calls you privileged while it bleeds you dry. More than 26,000 high-income professionals have emigrated from South Africa overseas in the last 5 years. Surgeons, engineers, fintech founders, chartered accountants, software developers, gone. And who can blame them? They're taxed to death, blamed for inequality, and left to fend for themselves. And here's the irony. The more they leave, the more pressure lands on the shrinking few who stay. People like you and me. A vicious cycle where the producers get punished for their loyalty by staying here, while the political elite, the ANC, steal with impunity. The productive class is drowning in red tape, with BEE scorecards, SARS audits, CIPC compliance, municipal levies for non-functioning services. You follow every rule, you tick every box, and still, you're treated like the problem. Meanwhile, those in power, ministers, ANC cronies, cadres, get VIP protection, blue light convoys, and state-funded lifestyles. You build, they steal. This is not sustainable. And let me be clear, building your business isn't enough anymore. We need to build our collective voice. We need to demand reform, transparency, and respect. We've funded the government, we've employed the youth, we've mentored, invested, and innovated. And now it's time to defend what we've built. Entrepreneurs, founders, taxpayers, you've kept this country from total collapse. Now it's time to do more. You need to speak up, call out the rot, support reform, refuse silence, and get organized locally. Vote wisely, mentor boldly. The only real opposition in South Africa is not in Parliament, it's you. You and me, the people who risk everything to create jobs and dignity. So let's form our own coalition, one that refuses to fund failure, one that demands a say, one that won't be bullied into silence, a movement of accountability, not ideology. Results, not rhetoric. This is our country. We're the backbone, not the burden. And if you're staying, like I am, get loud. If you're building, build your voice. Because if we don't revolt with our voices now, we'll be forced to revolt with our passports later, and I don't want to leave this country. I'm Rob Hersov, and at Truth Report we stand with South Africa's productive class. The time for politeness is over. The time for organized, unapologetic leadership has come. Let's reclaim this country